I'm not late. Why do you people say that every? I could be early, and someone would still be like late number. I'm never late. The BGM is Frogged and Loaded from Game Chops. I tend to always use Game Chops as my BGM. I'm not late. I'm on time. Hello? God, hate you people. So we've got a fun stream ahead of us today, lads, don't we? Aren't we excited? Depends on time. No, because YouTube tells you what time I'm going to stream depending on your time zone. How's my week been? My week's been okay. Twitter as a whole's week and the VTubing community as a whole week has been rough. I sound tired. This is just how I sound. I have resting tired voice, unfortunately. I've tweeted out. That has. Oh, I got messaged. Oh. Hello. How are you? This is probably going to be the last news stream with PNG Numbrel. I have my model. Big surprise. Debut is probably going to be... Oh, thank you, Stream Element Spot. You're only 2 minutes late. The debut is probably going to be Saturday, next Saturday. So, I don't know. I'll make the announcement probably tomorrow, Monday, when I do my schedule. But yeah, I have it. I've played around with it in VTube Studio. It's kind of cool. I wish I could show you, but in the interest of being a professional VTuber, I'm not going to do that. You might get an ankle reveal if you're lucky. But enough about me. We do not give a shit about me. We give a shit about the fucking drama that's happened this week. Let's not have that. Here we go. So, yeah. Well, you'll still have the tier list stream. Tuesday. Chat is not in top chat, I don't think. At least not for me. Oh, you're talking about someone else. Okay. But yeah. We want a more chill... Oh yeah, sorry. The start of these streams are always a bit off topic. I don't know if you guys know Cephid. Cephid released a new song. You should go listen to it. But yeah. Let's have a bit more of a chill vibe going on. So, this week's drama. What do we want to start with? I have some tabs ready for the Zaion bullshit. I had done my research on that one because I wanted to make sure I got it right. The Hogwarts stuff is always fun to talk about. Suspension first? Okay, yeah. Alright. I figure that's what most people are probably interested in. So we can talk about Zaion first. Oh, we're going on another Harry Potter rant, boys. Yeah, we'll do the Niji stuff first, just because I imagine that's what a lot of people are here for. The Hogwarts one is kind of dumb and we've covered it a little bit before, but we will be recovering it, you know. Give me a second. Okay, so just a quick... Let me just put a timestamp in. So quick recap, if you're not familiar. I assume most of you that are here have probably heard of it, but I figure we'll make sure everyone's on the same page. Zaion, who's a member of Nijisanji EN, their most recent wave, which has kind of been going through some... Actually, is it technically? Yeah, they are still their most recent wave. Bro, keeping up with VTuber waves. God, it's so hard, because every time I say it, I'm like, wait, did they have 10 new waves since the last time? But no. So, Zaion, I'll bring up the original tweet of the suspension. But if you don't know, she got suspended indefinitely, so which is scary for first. But let me just get this tweet really quick. I had it tabbed, and then I have too many. I have like 5 fucking different windows of Google open. But here we go. Here is the official tweet. Hex Haywire, has more Hex drama happened? Fuck, okay. We might cover that as well if someone wants to fill me in. The only members without drama are Doppio and Meloko. Hey Realist, it's my favorite drama tuber. That's me And Moloko had gotten some shit for teaching. Was it Moloko that got in shit for teaching like Japanese slurs to someone, or was that a different Niji member? I can't remember. But then Moloko also had the shit for just being Japanese, which is fucking annoying. But yeah, so Yugo is gone. Kotoka had the slur thing. Hex has had all this shit recently. Oh, that was Ver, wasn't it? Yeah, no, it was Ver teaching Korean slurs. So yeah, out of like 6 people, I think 2 of them are like drama free. One of them's gone. But this is about Zaion, so let's not go into the overarching Niji lore drama at this point, which is, oh my god. I don't know what it is about this most recent wave. It's like, I don't know what they did. I don't know why they're... Oh yeah, I did say hi to Realist, didn't I? Oh no, I think I just commented about being a drama tuber. There were people who didn't like Moloko because she was... There was some drama about it. It was dumb drama, as per usual. And so one of the drama free runs is somehow Doppio. I think Doppio is just too unhinged to get caught up in drama. Man's on a different planet. But I'll read this out for you just in case you guys, I don't know, are illiterate. So temporary suspension of Zaion's activities. The temporary thing does give me a little bit of hope, but the indefinite nature of the suspension is a bit concerning. So thank you for always supporting Nijsanji and Nijsanji EN. We are sorry to announce the temporary suspension of Zaion LanZa's activities as a result of repeated misconduct. After management warned her several times about compliance issues since debut, the situation did not improve and the following issues occurred. Remarks showing no intention to improve from previous issues and false statements during streams. Discrepancies between information given to management and her acts, and sensitive jokes that cannot be tolerated. Due to these issues and their repeated nature, Zaion will be temporarily suspending all streaming and social media activities. For any questions, contact any color. Thank you for your understanding. Okay, so let's break this down. Repeated and since debut tells you... Temporary seems like it's them saying they don't want to fire her. Yeah, which is wild considering some of the shit that has happened, I think is honestly worse than the shit that happened to Yugo. But again, we can never peer behind the scenes. We can never peer behind the curtain to see like how bad it is with management. But, you know, it is... I don't know, maybe if they don't want to do it because of Yugo, they don't want to suspend they don't want to fire 2 members in quick succession like that. That'd probably kill a bit of the vibe, you know? But, so, I'm gonna just run down... There's like a bunch of people who are theorizing about why, like what specifically they're talking about here, right? And some of them have merit, some of them don't. In fact, in one of my comments already on the video I just uploaded, the short, someone was like, she deserved it for saying she likes little boys, which is one of the things, but I don't think it's honestly what she got suspended for. So let me just run you through the kind of different aspects of this, right? There's her talking about mods / emulation for Nintendo and Final Fantasy, I believe, which is... Again, this is the one I'm starting this with this because I actually don't have any clips or evidence for it. It's just been thrown around and I hate that. I hate it when things just get thrown around that someone did something and everyone's like, oh, just trust me, bro. And it's like, there's no clips to go with it. There's no images or anything. People have said that she has talked about on stream emulating Nintendo games or using third-party software with Nintendo games. Is Nijsanji and staff Japanese or all Western based? I think there's Ian staff, but I think the JP staff is technically like running the whole show. I'm doing alright. Hey Oz, how you going? So from the 2.0 debut, okay, well that makes sense because the debut's gone. But if you don't know, because Nijisanji is a company, right? Any color is a company. Hey Saka. They can technically, like, in Japanese copyright laws and, you know, fair use laws are wild, right? There's a bit of, like, hesitance from corporate VTubers to talk about or use or show, you know, mods or third-party software with Nintendo games. That's why you probably never see a hololive VTuber do a Pokemon randomizer stream. It's a bit of a hairy... You don't want to lose rights, essentially. An indie VTuber can kind of do whatever the hell they want. They don't really need rights to play a Pokemon game. Like, what the fuck's going to happen? But a corporate one, they tend to need rights for the games they play, so... Now, The next thing that gets brought up a lot, right? This is one that gets brought up a lot, and I did actually have, there's like a whole clip compilation for this, by the way. So we'll watch this, but this is, I'll just let us play.
I love little boys.
Not a good thing to be, not a good thing to say.
So I use little boys.
Not a good thing to say.
So I think she's cool.
There's a few.
I'd rather have a daddy than a mommy, and a little boy than a mommy.
So there's a few clips like that actually going around. You can probably find them if you type in fucking Zaion Shotacon. There's quite a few. There's ones where she talks about having Shotas in her basement. I think that's a tweet actually. Let me see if I can find that. It's not. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. I saw this tweet earlier. But so there was a lot of people who were kind of understandably being like, "Oh my god, that's what she got suspended for," right? I don't know if she is, but it is. This depends on how the difference between management works from JP to EN, because there are a lot of VTubers in the Japanese branch of Nijisanji that have said shit like this. I've said worse shit than this. It's like, yeah. So this is like a common thing that people are saying why she got suspended. I actually think this might be the most like, people think this might be like the most common like reason for why people think she was suspended, but I don't honestly think it is, because Nijisanji Nijisanji JP has said worse shit than this, I'm gonna be honest. But maybe if the EN management is different from the JP management, could theoretically happen. I don't think it is though. I don't think it's this. I really don't. Mainly because of the repeated offenses. I feel like if the management had warned her to not talk about being a Shotacon, she wouldn't tweet about it and talk about it multiple times on stream like this, right? She's edgy. I don't think she's an idiot. I don't think she would, you know, knowingly flaunt the rules after being told that she couldn't do it, right? So, that's that one done. These are the two that I don't think are actually... The Nintendo emulation might be, but I'm not sure. Considering it was said to be repeated offenses, and I can't find any clips of her saying the emulation shit, I don't think it's that. Shotacon, I don't think it's that either. It's a bit strange, but whatever, right? So, there's four, I guess, things that would be maybe considered for why she was suspended. How's the music, by the way? Is the music too loud? Is it too quiet? I didn't actually check, and I'm gonna check with chat beforehand. But so the last ones, the ones that I think might actually be impactful is she's actually made quite a few references to her past life, right? And if you don't know what a past life is, if you're unfamiliar with the terminology, a past life is basically your previous VTubing identity before you went corporate, right? Typically, VTubers that get recruited into a corporate agency like Niji or Holo, they typically have some experience streaming beforehand, because fucking obviously, right? Now, Zaion, from what I've seen, has made kind of repeated numerous sort of references to her past self. In fact, I actually found a clip of her. I should have kept it tabbed. Fuck, I'm a moron. I found a clip of her earlier being like, I was kind of hoping this stream would be an insight into how I was, you know, beforehand. The pre-isekai, I think she said pre-isekai Zaion, right? And what it was her streaming from her old Genshin account, like the Genshin account from her past life, which, if you don't know, because of the ID and everything, you could feasibly link, like you could pretty easily actually link her like past life Genshin account to her, obviously her current self. It's a very firm link. A lot of people do like hint, hint, nudge, nudge kind of things, and everyone just kind of knows. But to make that sort of very firm, concrete link, and she did it kind of knowingly. That's the thing. It wasn't like a fuck up. Like she did say afterwards, she was like, "The VOD's going to be privated. I kind of hope this would be an insight into, you know, past me." But, and then I think people started gifting her currency, like through her like past, like through Genshin. Again, the VOD's private. A lot of these VODs are private. It's kind of hard to find evidence because they're all fucking gone. But so there was that. There was that. And I think I've seen, again, it's hard to filter out the claims and the bullshit from the real stories, but I've heard, like, she referenced a trip to Japan she had with other VTubers and then said the VODs are still up so you can go watch it, which obviously the VODs would be for her past life, and you're like, oh god, don't do that. Yeah, they would not like that. Typically, there's a very firm, like, do not reference your past life too heavily. I mean, some Niji VTubers do it, don't get me wrong. Some VTubers do reference them, but it's more of a reference. It's not a direct, like, yes, this is who I am. So there's that. Now, the overarching thing that, the overarching thing of what one of the biggest concerns is the number of privated VODs, right? We've talked about this, I mentioned it, but Zaion has a truly impressive amount of privated VODs, right? It's just suspended, she can come back. Yeah, that's what people are hoping, that it's just a temporary suspension. It does say in the official tweet, temporary suspension. However, it is indefinite, which is the kind of thing that people are worried about, because normally when someone gets suspended, it's like, here they're on a 2-week suspension, they're on a week suspension, whatever. An indefinite suspension is a little bit concerning. I hope she comes back. I'm thinking she will, but then, I don't know, part of me thinks, like, why the indefinite suspension? I don't know if it's going to be like they're going to have to talk with her or whatever. Again, that's speculating behind the scenes, which we'll never know. But, didn't Yugo start on just a break that was then terminated? Yeah, but Yugo's break wasn't announced, is the interesting thing. If I'm remembering correctly. Yugo definitely went on a break. He didn't, like, tweet or stream for a while before he got suspended, but it wasn't like a announced thing. Nijisanji didn't say Yugo is on suspension. He just went on a unannounced break and then disappeared. She'll only come back after Niji's confidence she stops doing what they don't want her to do. Exactly. And okay, there's a part of this that I want to share for completeness, but I also don't want to share because it breaks one of the taboos, which is sharing past life. So I'm not going to link the account. I'm not going to show the tweet. It's going to be very much a trust me, bro, situation, because I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to break that sort of taboo of, like, here's their past life, I'm going to show it up. But basically, on her past life Twitter account, she liked a tweet that was basically, an image of, you know the stop having fun tweet, you know the stop having fun image. I don't know if you've seen that, the one that people tweet when people are criticizing a game, and it's like a bunch of people in a circle talking about how much they like something, and someone's screaming at them from the sidelines, and they all turn around and give the thumbs up and then go back to talking. It was that, but for, like, dark humor, right? It was basically a bunch of people sitting in a circle telling dark jokes, and then someone from the outside was like, hey, you can't say that, and they all turned around and gave thumbs up and went back to it, right? And obviously the intent is meant to be like, if you don't like dark humor, just shut up and don't watch it, right? But she liked that on her past life account, which isn't a good look. When the entire problem here is that you don't seem to be changing your outlook, you don't seem to be adjusting to what the company expects of you, and then you like a tweet that is basically calling the people that are criticizing you dumb and that they should just stay out of it. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look fucking good. It's so. And one of the things is, there's two sort of arguments, right? And the argument about whether we'll get to the jokes she said. I'm saving the jokes. I'm saving the jokes for laughs because they're the biggest topic of discussion. There's two sort of arguments, right? One is about the actual content she said. Is it acceptable? Is it okay to do these things, right? The Shotacon, the sort of sexual assault joke that kind of happened, we'll get into. The Jewish thing, which is overblown, we'll get into that as well. Well, there's a discussion of whether is that okay? Is that okay? Is that dark humor allowed? Is there a moral reason to hate someone for saying it, right? However, a completely different topic of discussion, and one that I think a lot of people willingly just ignore, is that as a corporate VTuber, you're representing your agency, right? You're the public face of your agency. Regardless of whether you think something is morally acceptable, there are different standards for indies compared to corporates, right? So it's people like, a lot of people with who are like criticizing the suspension, be like, oh, it's just edgy humor, it's just dark humor. It's like, yeah, sure. And if you like dark humor and you want to be edgy, stay in indie, because, okay, yeah, there is dark humor. There's Niji cancelled, which is a bit out there, but like, as a corporate VTuber, you have to be careful with what you say. You are a representation. But two, as a corporate VTuber, if the agency you are representing tells you, hey, chill, stop saying that, right? And then you don't, and you keep doing it, you're like that, you're gonna get suspended. That's just how it works. Yeah, like Enna, Niji cancelled as a whole, just they're wild. This will be archived. All my news streams have VODs, unless any color decides to smack me into outer space. But yeah, even Niji cancelled doesn't go into certain territories, right? However, there's a difference between basically, bottom line, as an agency VTuber, you are an employee, right? Some of the shit that Zaion did and said, whether it's morally right or wrong, if I said it at my job, I'd get fucking fired, right? If I made a fucking sexual assault joke in my job, I'd be out of my ass faster than I could blink, right? It's just not on in a corporate environment for the most part, right? So obviously there's a little bit of leniency because a streamer says shit. I say dumb shit. Everyone says dumb shit. You say dumb shit as a streamer because you have this sort of stream of consciousness coming from your brain to the microphone, and you can't always like fucking get in the way of the dumb shit that wants to come out your mouth, right? I get it. I have said shit on stream that I'm like, oh, probably shouldn't have said that. But the issue, from what I can see, isn't that she said dumb shit. It's not that she made dumb jokes. It's not that she did an edgy humor joke every so often. It's that she doesn't seem to hold an interest in changing, right? Based on the remarks showing no intention to improve from previous issues and false statements during streams. Discrepancies between information given to management and her acts. The issue seems to be not, hey, she said a dark joke, this one specific instance, that's why she's being cancelled, which I think is what people are looking for. Like, people are looking for the one thing she did. They're like, oh, she's a shotgun, or oh, she said that dumb joke here, or oh, she said this thing here, or did that thing. No one thing, I think, is the core issue. You're not going to find one clip where you're like, that's why she's cancelled. It's when you repeatedly do the same thing over and over and don't seem to be interested in changing, then yeah, management is going to step in and be like, hey, we're going to have to reassess where we're at. You know, I think Nijisanji would probably be pretty understanding if you fucked up once, right? Right? If you fuck up once on stream, it happens, right? I think last stream I made a joke about fucking sending a sniper to shoot the manager of a VTuber agency. It came out in half a second and I immediately was like, oh god, I shouldn't say that. That's a threat of violence. YouTube is going to have my dick. But I immediately like backed off. I was like, fuck. And then I hit them with the in Minecraft, because that's the save space. If you ever say something dumb on stream, you just hit them with the in Minecraft excuse, and then you're like, got him. Fucking safe. But I don't make a habit of saying those things, and I do tend to pull back when I realize I've said something dumb. I think the issue is she doubled down, and she keeps doubling down, and she doesn't seem to want to change, and she almost seems to like have a
I have created over 1,000 plays.
Yo, Faulter, thank you for the super chat.
The like on her PL account
oh, she got rid of it.
Also, hating Wactor is unfathomably
it was still there when I checked it yesterday, but I can't imagine she would remove it. Yeah, look, Wactor's a piece of shit, but I still don't want to get bonked by, you know, YouTube. But so should we get into the jokes now? Because those are the kind of the main crux. And again, I do want to reiterate, I think it's more of an ongoing pattern of behavior instead of a single cancelled event. I think people did that with Yugo as well, sorry. And they do it with any time a VTuber graduates. They're like, what is the one thing they did, right? 9 times out of 10, I think you'll probably find it's more of a pattern of behavior. And especially a pattern of behavior that's continuing behind the scenes, which we can't know about. But based on the way this tweet is written, it sounds like not only is she kind of flaunting the rules, she doesn't seem to want to change. But we'll get into the jokes now. What's wrong with Wactor? You can go watch the last stream. We talked about Wactor there. yeah, look, we're not going to get into Wactor again. We did a huge fucking discussion about it last week, if you want to go watch the VOD. Yeah, like, we're not going to sidetrack. Wactor's a piece of shit. Not the talents. Don't fucking hate the talents. I'm not hating the talents. Don't cancel me. The talents are fine. Talents are great. The fucking Wactor management is trash. But yeah, past VOD. Anyway, so here we will. Here's the one clip that is sort of raising the most fucking shit, right? I assume most of you have probably seen it, but if not, here it is.
I mean, yeah, wow, hi.
So, okay, I'll just let it play. Hang on.
Oh, man, no wonder she got. Yeah, wow.
So,
hi.
For context, this is a game in which that character you're watching, the woman, was sexually assaulted, right? And obviously, what the joke is, yo, Alex, thank you for the super chat.
I mean, isn't she just a product
no,
of culture?
she's definitely far more edgy. She was like this before. So essentially the joke here is obviously that, hey, she's attractive, so no wonder she was assaulted, which is never a good fucking joke to make. Just gonna say. Also, I'm gonna say it. That's not really a joke. I don't really think it's funny. Like saying, man, that girl sure was attractive. No wonder she got assaulted. That's like saying that isn't funny. It's not a joke. And to me, like, I'm normally on the side of the people who make edgy jokes. I'm gonna be honest. Normally, I don't like people getting cancelled for jokes. I'm normally on the side of like, hey, look, people can joke about anything, and I do think you can joke about anything. I think you can joke about anything if you're funny or if you do it in a tasteful way. This, however, is a bit on the far side, and the reason it's on the far side, and this is something about edgy humor and jokes and shit that I think people overlook, is that typically the more specific you get, the worse something is, right? So if you make a joke about murder, even though murder is also a crime, if it's a joke about general murder, people aren't going to be like, my father was murdered. You know, like, nobody's going to really care if you make a joke about murdering someone in Doom, alright? But the more specific you get into the crime and the more personal the crime, the more careful you have to be about what you say. And it also helps if you make a funny joke and not just this thing. And it also helps if you don't, like, because, okay, we're going to get a bit fucking preachy, but there is like a massive issue, not just with women, by the way. Not just with women, but with fucking everyone, is that there's a very big victim blaming issue with sexual assault, which is when if the victim is attractive enough, or if the perpetrator is attractive enough, people are like, oh, well, you know, he wanted it, or she deserved it. And it's a very unfortunate culture, and feeding into that in any way typically isn't the best idea. A joke doesn't need to be funny to be a joke. I don't find her funny. I think I'm too old for that kind of edge, but it's obviously a joke. A joke doesn't need to be funny to be a joke, but people's offense at something typically tends to get overwritten if you're funny enough. That's the thing. With edgy humor, you're taking a gamble, right? And here's another thing about edgy, and we're going to rant about edgy humor. Here's the thing. Edgy humor is edgy because it's offensive, right? You can't tell an offensive joke, and then when people get offended, you turn around and go, hey, it was just an offensive joke. It wasn't meant to be offensive. You know, it's like, it's something that I think people who tell edgy humor do a lot, where they're like, you know, why do you just not like dark humor? Why do you not like edgy humor? And it's like, sure, I like edgy humor. I don't mind it, but you can't have a fucking surprised Pikachu face when people get offended at you telling jokes that are meant to be offensive, right? That's the entire appeal of the joke, is that they're kind of like on that, ooh, you know, ooh, it's, you're on that line, and part of being on that line is you have to accept the fact that people might be offended. That's part of the thing. Now, whether you should get cancelled for it, whether people have the right to take your platform away because of it, is a different issue. But you can't be angry that people are offended, right? That's part of your humor. That's part of the joke. You have to understand it's morally wrong for it to be okay. There are people who unironically agree. Yeah, that is also true. I mean, look at 4chan, man. So, there's that. And also, I did find a TikTok, and I hate going to TikTok for my source because goddamn TikTok fucking worse. But this is the only place I could find the fucking clip. She actually says a similar thing later in the stream.
I feel like I would be more likely to get raped in here. Anyway.
I'm just, look, the game in itself, when it covers an issue like that, you're gonna run into commentary that's maybe not the best, right? And that's not even really that bad. It's just,
I feel like
it's just not a fun. It's hard for me to say. I'm gonna be honest. I don't personally take, like, I'm not clutching my pearls going like, oh, how dare she say that? I'm not one of those people. Don't think you can say it on YouTube? Probably not. We're probably, look, we're getting demonetized this stream. Don't worry about it. I'm not one of those people that's like, gonna fucking be personally offended or anything. But it's just not funny to me. And if I'm not laughing, I don't, you know, I think you can. The thing is, people always say like, it's, you know, you're talking about a game, it's not a real person. And it's like, you're not though. The joke isn't about the game. The joke isn't about the character. It's about the culture surrounding it, you know? Edgy humor is meant to be offensive. Exactly. Edgy humor is meant to be offensive. And again, I'm not one of those people that's like, cancel her. She deserves to rot in hell for this. Whatever, right? I'm not going to man the battlefronts and claim that she's the spawn of Satan or whatever, right? But when you tell an edgy joke, it's an edgy joke. It's going to offend some people. There's also something to be said for, again, streamer brain, right? She probably said that in the heat of the moment. Whatever, right? You say dumb shit in the heat of the moment. Now, would I ever make this joke? Fuck no. I don't have much of a filter, but this definitely would get caught. Everyone is so sensitive. Yeah, well, if there's anything you're going to be sensitive about, sexual assault is definitely up there as valid, right? There's a lot of people out there that, like, anytime anyone gets offended at anything, they're like, oh, people these days, they're so offended by, it's just a game. And it's like, no, bro, like, real people have real interactions with this culture. There are real people that get victim blamed because of their experiences. You don't get to, like, sit in a chair at home and invalidate an entire group of people just because you want your anime girl to make a fucking sexual assault joke, right? I'm not gonna fucking cancel her for it. I don't really care. I don't really get offended at it much. But you don't get to invalidate the people that are offended just because you like it, right? So, there was this joke. And again, I'm gonna say it, streamer brain, right? I don't think she deserves to be cancelled for this. I don't think she deserves, like, to be hated for it. I don't think she deserves the pitchforks and the mob and the, you know, everything like that. I don't think, especially streamers, when you're, you know, like, stream of consciousing. Yo, Rev.
Wonder if Niji thought I can fix her after
Oh
seeing
my God.
her audition and debuting her.
She's my toxic gamer girl. So, yeah, and also, yeah, again, she's not an indie. If she was an indie, you could make the whole argument of, oh, well, edgy humor is like an acquired taste, and, you know, if you don't like edgy humor, maybe don't watch the people doing edgy humor. You could make that decision. That would be a fair line of argument. However, when you're under a company, this shit can't, you know what I mean? It's like, there's a different standard. So, I don't think she deserves a mob. I don't think she deserves all the hate. I don't think she deserves to be cancelled for this one issue. I think people say dumb shit on stream. It happens, and they can learn from it. However, the learning from it is important. If you keep doing the same shit, at some point, you have to draw the line somewhere, right? Yeah, what do you think someone should do when you feel offended? I'm sure everyone has at one point or another. Should you just ignore it or try and DM them? You don't have to answer. Look, you can't not offend everyone. You can't live your life not trying to offend anyone. Something you do is going to offend someone, right? But the thing is that you don't get to invalidate the offended people just because they're offended, right? You don't get to say that just because someone's offended that they're obviously like some big SJW fucking whatever, right? You can just be human. Just talk to people. Stop labeling. Stop jumping. The thing that... Okay, we're going to get into this later with the Harry Potter shit. The internet loves to, like, black and white. You're either the most moral, good saint of a person, or you are the spawn of fucking Satan, right? It's not like that. Some good people say dumb shit. Some bad people say good shit. It doesn't matter, you know. It's good to be understanding. Just never... You shouldn't write off other people's opinions just because it doesn't fit in with what you want to hear, right? So, with regards to this dark humor, and again, you can make dark humor. You can make dark humor about sexual assault as well. You just have to be very careful about it. And also, you have to make sure that the thing you're targeting and making fun of is not the victim. Like there's a lot of comedians that do jokes about this topic that do it by mocking the culture around it. They do it by mocking the perpetrators. They do it by, you know, there's a way to do it, but the whole victim blaming culture leaning into that is maybe not the best idea. However, moving on from this, again, I will say that I don't think she deserves to be cancelled. I think it was probably an element of streamer brain. It's a one-time fuck up on stream in a game that's covering a very strange issue. I don't think she should have been cancelled for this alone. I don't think she should even really be like hated or called all the names she's been called. People should just chill a little bit. However, I get why people are angry. I do, I understand, and I think I've made that clear. The next one is, okay, again, this is probably a better clip to showcase why I think, okay, sorry, let me turn on Dark Reader. I didn't mean to blow out your fucking eyeballs. So, this is probably, I think, oh god. This is a better example for, sorry, let me zoom in. I think this is a better example for people taking shit out of context, and kind of putting labels on someone that doesn't deserve the labels, right? Here's this. This is from her debut. I think this is from her 2.0 debut, if I'm correct.
Zionites sound pretty cool. Zionites? I don't know if we can do that. Can we? Are we allowed to do that? Because like, I see you guys down there. Isn't that like, you know, I remember someone made like the joke of like Zaion, Queen of the Jews. I'm like, wait, I'm not, wait, like, I don't think we can do that.
Now, as a clip, this is kind of strange. A strange thing to say. Zaion, I'm pretty sure, is the Holy Land in the Jewish religion. I'm not a religious, you know, person, whatever, but this is a weird thing to say, but it's not like, I don't think it's terrible, right? It's, no, we'll talk about Hogwarts later, don't worry. To me, this is like not an issue. Basically, Zaion is, from my knowledge, Zaion is like the Holy Land in the Jewish religion. It's like, it means Holy Land, I think. So her being named Zaion, they were talking about what they should call her fans, right? And someone in chat recommended Zaion, Queen of the Jews, and obviously, like, it's whatever it is. She's just talking about what someone said in chat. I don't think that's even offensive, I'm gonna be honest, but people took this and then I saw people on Twitter and they were like, oh yeah, it was her anti-Semitism, it was her, you know, shitty jokes, and I'm like, anti-Semitism, bro? What? It was a weird, odd moment on a 2.0 stream. It's like, it was more laughing at people suggesting it than laughing at the joke. It's not an offensive thing to say, and it wasn't even her that said it. It was someone in chat and her saying that's definitely not on. This is not offensive. It's not even, not only is it not offensive, it's definitely not anti-Semitic. You know what that word means? It means you hate Jewish people. Like, what a part of that is, oh fuck, whatever. So again, and you see sort of the spectrum here of reactions from people, right? You see the people that are absolutely writing off everything she said as okay and getting angry at Nijisanji for suspending her, being like, people are too sensitive these days. She didn't do anything wrong. You know, there's absolutely no reason for them to suspend her. It's just any color being dog shit, right? And then there's people on the other end that like Zaion is a like a fucking whatever, anti-Semitic, you know, sexual assault joke making, you know, piece of shit, right? And you have those two ends of the spectrum. Both are dumb. Both are dumb fucks. Both people. Generally, what my take is is that I get why Nijisanji suspended her. I really do. Some of the things she said, and not to mention the private VODs, the bragging about private VODs. I think she claimed at one point, she's like, I want to be the Nijisanji VTuber with the most private VODs. You know, the repeated sort of flaunting of the rules and not really giving, you know, not really giving respect to Nijisanji when they try and tell her to calm it down. 100% understand why they would suspend her. I get why Niji does it. I think it's 100% fair. Both are snowflakes, just an opposite end of the spectrum. Exactly. Some people are so determined to... Some people base their entire personality around the fact that they're never suspended. Hey, Drino, how you going? Right? That is, if you go on fucking the internet now, you will meet so many 14-year-old boys that they're like, I'm never offended. I'm an eye-cool. I don't care about social issues. I'm fucking edgy. And it's like, bro, that doesn't make you cool. Just because you refuse to, like, look at any sort of deep cultural issue. You just write off anyone who gets hurt about anything. And then you also get people on the other end that are like, you did a microaggression against me and I am cancelling you and you should never stream again. You're obviously the evil spawn of Satan. Like, can you both of you just shut the fuck up? Holy shit. Typically, the answer is somewhere in the middle. I think that's true here. I don't think Zaion is a bad person. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think she's evil. I don't think she's a bad individual. I think she has an edgy sense of humor that slips out during stream. I think she has said some shit that Nijisanji definitely doesn't agree with. I think she probably shouldn't have been a corporate VTuber. If you're going to have that sense of humor and that sort of vibe to you, I think indie VTubing would probably have served you better. And I think if you are super touchy and tied to the Israel-Palestine conflicts, you shouldn't have talked about it, but there is no return from knowing that. Well, I didn't even know what it was, so I could have definitely seen myself making that joke because I don't fucking know. But you know, or yeah, you could go to Face Connect as well. You could do that. Did Niji know her history? I mean, I imagine they do background tracks, and it is true. From what I know, this is how she was before. Like, she's been very sort of edgy, flaunt, you know, fuck the rules kind of vibe. So, final, I guess, takes on it are, you know, I think she definitely has done some misdeeds. I think she said some wrong things. I think she's done some shit that she shouldn't have done. She's misspoke. She should have probably made a better attempt to change and not get as many VODs privated. And I think the reason Niji is suspending her is because she hasn't responded to their criticisms. She's not working with them. That she's not trying to, you know, change the way that they want her to fit in with the company's values. I get why they suspended her. I also don't think she's an evil anti-Semitic spawn of Satan or whatever people are trying to make her out to be, right? I think it's unfortunate that shit like this happens, but it comes with the territory of being a corporate VTuber, man. This is something people don't understand. I feel like a lot of time, or maybe they do, and they're willing to take the risk. It's just when you affiliate yourself with a corporation, with a company that like is a public face, your liabilities go up. You're no longer just, because right now, where I am, right, on Twitch and on YouTube, I am only subject to the rules set by YouTube and Twitch. Those are literally the only moral guidelines I have to follow, and I will keep my platform. Once you step into a corporate environment, there's more restrictions that you need to be careful of. If you willingly become, hey Ducky, if you willingly become a corporate VTuber, you have to acknowledge you are doing a job. You are performing a job. You're not an independent creator anymore. You are an employee, and employees have codes of conduct, and you can't break those codes of conduct or you get punished. It sucks. It's why I'd probably never go into corporate VTubing, but it happens, right? And so you can't take an offensive, edgy sense of humor, bring it into a corporate environment, and then get surprised when people don't, when they want you to stop, you know, telling sexual assault jokes or whatever. Yeah, it's the same. The indie versus agency is a very big decision. Well, it's not a big decision most people have to make. Most of us are never getting into an agency. I'd never get into a fucking agency. You heard some of the shit I say? But it's unfortunate. And it is unfortunate based on the tweets we talked about earlier that she maybe doesn't care. She maybe doesn't respond well to it. And I think that's fine as well. I think if she doesn't want to change, that's fine. But she just has to then face the reality that she's probably better off as an indie. Right? You can't have it both ways. You can't have the success and the resources and the publicity of a corporate environment and not have to play by the corporation's rules. You know? But again, I do tend to take a middle point of view on issues like this, because I do feel like on the internet people are so determined to swing hard either way. And you just get, because the loudest, most opinionated person tends to get the most views, right? If I have this thing where I'm like a midpoint between two things, that's not a clickbaitable thing. But if I say Zaion is the worst VTuber to ever enter the VTubing platform, she should be cancelled immediately. You know, that drives views. Or if you say snowflakes are cancelling this VTuber who did nothing wrong, again, that's clickbaity. 9 times out of 10, I find that the answer lies in the middle somewhere where both like there's truth to both sides. But I do hope I made myself clear. It's kind of hard talking about the shit on the news short, because on the news short I have 60 seconds and like maybe 15 of that is devoted to this like devoted to like one story, which means it's hard to sort of convey like my nuanced opinion in that 15 seconds, which is why I tend to not. But yeah, I do think the insane amount of drama is wild. I do think the amount that people get upset about it is wild, but I don't know. It's unfortunate. You know something's bad. I do lurk on 4chan, obviously, because as fucking much of a hellhole as it is interesting to see what they're saying. And you know it's bad when 4chan is backing you up, because 4chan is 100% on her side, and that's not something you want. But yeah. Is there anything else you think we need to talk about? Let me go back to my notes here. Did I miss anything? I don't think I missed anything. Self-harm is bad. Yeah, look, I know. But it's fun to see, it's fun to see them react to shit. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's unfortunate. I do wish her the best. I think she'll come back. I think she'll get another chance. I think this might be like the big slap on the wrist Niji is giving her. However, I do think that if she fucks up after this, she's probably going to be facing a more permanent suspension. So, I'm hoping that Niji lets her come back. And I'm hoping if she comes back, she'll come back better. If she doesn't, she'll probably be gone. I think Niji might be giving her a little bit more of a light, you know, a light sentence because of how they don't want to suspend another person from the same gen. But if she does this shit again, it'll be definitely a bit more serious. Shall we hop into the Hogwarts shit? Do we want? Oh no, we should talk about Vox, shouldn't we? And then we can talk about the Hogwarts shit as well, because some shit happened to Vox this week as well. It will also, yeah, depend on her attitude while she's suspended. Do we have to? Oh, sorry, yeah, not from the same gen. I misspoke there. I don't know why I said from the same gen, but so close to the last one. Yugo was suspended recently, and they probably don't want to do a suspension in such close proximity. But yeah, not from the same gen. Yugo's from Noctix, and Zaion's from Exole. Yeah. So we're gonna do Vox first, because that's the. Is there any other Niji drama in my notes? Let's see. Oh, there was the cancelled Nijsanji event, but we'll do that later. That's not a serious drama. We'll do that after the Hogwarts. Is there? No. Okay. So, if you're not familiar, I'll bring up Vox's tweet first. So, Vox, for one, he received some bad news from his family today. Oh, I should probably timestamp it. What was that, like 48:30? The timestamp. Jesus, we talked about that for like 45 minutes. Holy shit. So, so sick of the Hogwarts shit. Yeah, we'll get into Hogwarts in a minute. I know people have very strong opinions about it. Yeah, look, don't say dox Akuma. That did pop into my head when I read it, and then I was like, oh god, that's a terrible thing to think. So he got the bad family news, which happens, unfortunately. We have no idea what it is. We don't really need to know what it is. It's none of our fucking business. And then he tweeted out, my situation is under control, but I can't return to streaming for some time. I'll update when things improve. Please be good to one another and respect my privacy at this time. Right. So he's on a hiatus for now because of a family issue, personal thing. However, there is another another situation, and I'm not going to show fucking any images for this because I don't want to feed into it. However, someone essentially used like I think it was Instagram images, and they compared them to things that were in Vox's tweets, right? So Vox, I think, occasionally has like IRL tweets that he puts out, like of his setup or whatever. Hang on, let me need another drink, man. I'm getting a headache. The more drama in any given week, the bigger a fucking headache I get. So, is that confirmed? So, I didn't go out of my way to confirm it, obviously, because I'm not a piece of shit. I didn't even want to really look it up. I did see some of the sources on it. It does look legit, but I'm not going to spread it because fuck that. But from what I understand, someone basically took an old, probably personal Instagram account of, you know, the person behind Vox, looked at some of the shit he had in there, like some of the objects and items, and then compared that to shit he'd posted on Twitter, confirmed that they were the same items, and then I think they got as far as getting like a personal address. Now, whether the personal address is like related to his family issues, like maybe there's I don't know, some personal issue due to people finding out where he lived. There have been situations like that in the past where a streamer gets doxxed, and what actually happens is they dox their old family house, which like, it's happened a few times. A streamer gets doxxed, they've moved, but the house that gets doxxed is like their family house, and then their parents or some shit end up getting, like, I don't know, shit mailed to them or something. There has been a very good, like, suppression of it from what I've seen. It hasn't spread too far, but it is unfortunate that it happens. So whether the hiatus is related to that or whether it's independent, I have no clue. Vox has been going through some stuff lately. It is unfortunate, along with the tech issues that seem to be plaguing all VTubers, and also with the cancelled event a few weeks back as well. He's been taking some hours. Thankfully, there was a trending hashtag of like, I think, was it like love for Vox or like something like that, where basically the fans were just posting fan arts and nice tweets to try and cheer him up. So there's that. That's unfortunate. Please, okay, here's a little statement as well. Please, if you ever like stumble across shit like docs information or, you know, IRL images or something, even if it's in the sake of like promoting it for news or whatever, don't like spread the source. Like, don't be that guy. Don't pull in the saggy on us, all right? Are we already ranting about Harry Potter in the chat? Should we hop into the Harry Potter fucking bullshit? Oh my god, the Harry Potter drama makes me so fucking annoyed. This is the last time we're going to talk about it. I know, hey Ezzy, how you going? I know, oh, you've been here a while. I don't know why. Sometimes I don't read the names of people in chat. I just read the messages. But, look, this has been going on for a while, but it has started, because it's released this week, 5330, thank you for the timestamp. Because it released this week, the drama's kind of at an all-time high. I am going to talk about it. However, this is the last time we're going to talk about it. Unless, like, I don't know, unless some wild shit, like, happens where I need to talk about it, I'm not going to keep harping on about this fucking game, right? However, so, if you're not familiar, there's a Harry Potter game out. I did see the clip. Didn't you start crying? And especially because Girlfriend Reviews is, like, so fucking wholesome. Anyway, there's a Hogwarts Legacy game out. If you don't know, Hogwarts Legacy, a game under the Hogwarts IP. It's not by J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling doesn't know how to make a fucking video game. It's by some honestly kind of talented game devs. The game looks pretty good. I haven't played it myself. But they released a game under the Harry Potter IP. And obviously people got very angry about it because J.K. Rowling, if you don't know, is a TERF, I think the term is, a trans-exclusionary radical feminist, I think is the acronym. Which basically means she's very transphobic, basically. I have seen, it is weird, in this drama, I've seen some people like claiming that she's not transphobic and they're like, oh, show me the proof that she's transphobic, and then like you point out the millions of dollars she spends on it, and you're like, no, that's not transphobia. It's like, bro, all right, chill it. Okay, there's some copium there, but basically, J.K. Rowling is a very well-known sort of anti-transgender person, right? And because she owns the Harry Potter IP, a lot of people are like, if you play the Harry Potter game, you're putting money in the pocket of a transphobic millionaire, whatever, and that money she'll then use to kind of try and suppress the rights of transgender people. So people are obviously angry about that, but it has escalated from people being like, hey, this game sucks, to hey, let's harass streamers that play the game. So let me see if I can find the image board. Oh god, let me see. I found there was an image earlier that I found with regards to, because so the holo people don't seem to give a shit. Said the majority of trans community being labeled as bullies and negative stereotypes being perpetuated for the actions of very slim minority people. It is, yeah, like, that is something that to me bothers me the most about the situation, right? Is that, and let me see if I can find this image. It is, okay. So, here's just sort of a glimpse of, this is Silverveil. So Silverveil played the game. She has since deleted the VOD on Twitch and the announcement tweet. So, you see a lot of things like disappointed, don't feel safe around you anymore. So there's a lot of things like these that aren't, I wouldn't necessarily say are harassment, but there's like there's a lot of people that like are, I mean, I do like this one. This one is probably my Harry Potter cringe. It's not even anything about the trans issue. It's just fucking Harry Potter, man. Pikami had to cancel hers as well. I don't know about the issue with Silvers. I don't know how it happens because it's a sponsor stream. Don't ask me that. So there's a lot of backlash. What the fuck is this? Why is that in my, Jesus Christ. Okay. Wild. Yeah, look, I didn't even see that until God, at least it was censored. Susan, don't bonk me, please. I'm innocent.
As a trans person, I find the bigger issue being the anti-Semitism in the story.
Yo,
a lot
sloth.
of not-so stuff with the goblins being a racist Jewish stereotype.
I've heard that as well. And again, I haven't played the game, so I can't really give my first-hand opinion about it. However, what I can give an opinion about is the sort of overall discourse. So let me just summarize this for you. You get this when people play it. However, there was also a website created to... Did I timestamp this shit? Yeah, I did. There was also a website basically created so that you can type in someone's name at like a streamer's Twitch handle and it tells you if they've played it before. I did see your article, Ducky. I read it when it came out. I saw the tweet actually. So there's the Japanese side of the audience doesn't seem to give a shit. I'm not gonna lie. I think the language barrier is sort of just not, there doesn't seem to be as much of a issue. Like Moona, I think got a little bit, but because she's mainly like Indonesian as well, it didn't transfer a lot. But yeah, so the Japanese like Pekora streamed it to like 50k people, right? And I said this last time we talked about it. Japanese people love Harry Potter. It's fucking wild. I think I played a clip. I'm not gonna play it again because I played it last stream. But there's a clip of like Daniel Radcliffe walking through a Japanese school, and it's like a scene out of a fucking anime. There are like girls leaning out of like windows screaming at him. It feels like that fucking harem anime when the transfer student comes in. So the Japanese side seems to be like unaffected. It seems to be mostly a Western issue, but in the Western sphere, if you play Harry Potter, your chances are you're going to get shit for it. I saw Milky playing it, she got some shit for it. Silver obviously got a lot of shit for it. Pikami had to cancel their stream for it. And so you kind of get into the issue, which is like, is it bad to play the game? That's the crux of the issue. And again, I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. I feel like I'm beating an old drum. People are very firmly on like one of two sides, right? You have the people that are like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the game, you know, shut the fuck up, stop being offended, you snowflake, and hating on transgender people and basically fucking shouting at them, right? Then you have the people on the other side that claim that if you play the game, you're a transphobe, and that you're a piece of shit that hates transgender people, right? And both of those takes are fucking dumb. Here's the thing. It is perfectly valid to take issue with an IP that was created by someone holding the views that J.K. Rowling has, right? I understand why people take an issue with it. A lot of issues with dog whistle stuff, but it's impossible to have a nuanced conversation on the internet, it is. So I think it's fine to have an issue with the IP. It's fine if you're like, I don't want Harry Potter being successful. I don't want J.K. Rowling getting more money. I don't want people giving her attention. I want her to disappear. I think that's a fine take to have. And I think it's fine if you as a viewer are disappointed or don't watch your streamer if they play Harry Potter. I think that's okay. What's not okay is, one, harassing people for playing the game. Don't do that. The Wired wrote a hilarious review. I might read that after we cover this. You can't harass people for it. Going into their chat, spamming about it. Honestly, going into the chat and even like saying like, hey, I'm so disappointed in you. It isn't necessarily bad as a one-off act, but when you have a stream that has like 10,000 people watching, it ends up spamming the entire fucking chat, right? We're all going to play the game anyway, but attitude is key. If you're going to make 1,000 excuses to beat around the bush, just makes you an asshole at worse, nothing else. The issue is, and this is my issue with the internet as a whole, is people just really want to label other people something. They really just want to like slap a label on someone as like racist, sexist, misogynist, homophobic, transphobic, right? And they just slap that shit on there without really giving a shit. And you have to understand that you can dislike someone for playing the game if you want. You can disapprove of it. You can not like the game, and you can wish the game didn't exist. You can do all that. However, transphobia is a very serious claim to say about someone else.
Besides it being wrong to harass the streamer, it's also
exactly.
terrible
And
optics.
we'll get into that in a minute. Thank you for the super chat follow. Like, transphobia is a very serious thing to claim about someone. You're claiming that someone is discriminatory against transgender people. You're saying they hate them. You're saying that they view them as lesser. Like, that's a very serious claim to make about someone, about not just them, about their internal motivations, right? It's like a very... You're basically saying, I know how you feel. I know what you think. I know your internal thoughts. Because you played a game, I know you hate transgender people. And it's like, you know, you can't just slap that serious label on someone because they do something that you dislike, right? Now, and then you get into the issue of the optics as well. So many transgender people, right, in the community, right? Because I have a few in my community. And I see people on Twitter all the time. The VTuber space as a whole tends to be pretty open to transgender people. Although trans VTubers do face a fair bit of shit, unfortunately. As per usual, trans people face bullshit everywhere they go because the world sucks. Harry Potter was never that good. I agree. I've said that before. Harry Potter is the SAO of books. It's shit, but it came across at the right time to be popular. Alex, if you're tired, you can fucking leave, man. You're always bitching in my chat about the things I talk about. Twitter is capable of calling me transphobic because I haven't burnt my 5-year-old Harry Potter sweatpants. I still wear them. Yeah, Harry Potter is overrated, but we're not talking about how bad Harry Potter is. It's shit. The thing is that a lot of trans people get dragged into sort of the firing line because of shit like this, right? Like, half of the community is like, if you play this game, you're transphobic, and the other half goes, hey, you can't call me transphobic, fuck you, man, trans people are scum. And then you get trans people in the middle who are like, stood there with their wand and their wizard hat being like, I didn't ask to get dragged into this, and they do. It is like it's probably one of the hardest things. I mean, again, I'm speaking about the trans fucking experience like I'm transgender, I'm not, so I'm, you know, I don't really have a right to claim about the trans experience myself. However, I've witnessed it. A lot of the time they get dragged into fucking arguments and, like, bullshit that they don't want to be involved in, and everyone's asking their opinion and trying to make them pick a side, and it's like, it's probably the worst thing about this situation is that because of all the drama, because of all the upheaval, is that trans people are facing a fuck ton of hatred on the internet at the moment, right? I mean, they always do, unfortunately. But when issues like this come into the limelight, anti-trans sentiment hits an all-time peak, right? And it is unfortunate. And then you get into this like really interesting debate, and I'm gonna just wax political a little bit here for a minute, but you get into this sort of like utilitarian versus like moral standpoint, right? Where you have to argue about objectively, from a purely sort of utilitarian standpoint, the drama around this game has probably hurt trans people more than any amount of people buying the game possibly could. Like, the amount of anti-trans sentiment it's fostered, the amount of trans people getting dragged into the limelight, the amount of extra sales it's got for the game. Like, think of how much more viral this game is, right? Now that all this Discord has happened. Think of how much more money J.K. Rowling has made from it because of the drama. Like, in attempting to sort of shut it down and say, boycott the game, the sales of the game have fucking skyrocketed, right? And so you run into this sort of weird debate you have to have where it's like, okay, morally, you should stand up for rights. Morally, you should make it known when something is, you know, transphobic, or you should stand up, even if it's not necessarily the most logical, you know, utilitarian best way of going around it. Like, there is a certain time where you do have to still stand up. Yo, Alex, thank you for the gifted sub membership. And you see that happen a lot of times. There's a lot of times in history where, like, people need to stand up, even if it's not necessarily in the most logical best interest, just because there's a certain time where you can't let shit slide, even if it's not in your best interest. However, given how removed from the game J.K. Rowling is, given how sort of kind of a nuanced niche issue it is in regards to the game, when most people playing it only care because it's a wizard game, right? There's an argument to be made of making this much of an issue about it is only hurting trans people more. This, of all things, is so much publicity is because one of the few things that people feel like they have some amount of control over it, and people like that.
People are bullying me in chat. Tell them to stop.
No. You deserve to be bullied, Alex. Can you take a stand on something? Either support the gamers as not transphobic or deserving and not deserving hate, or condemn the trans. Mike, are you being sarcastic? You're being sarcastic, right? Please tell me you're being sarcastic. This is literally the shit I was just talking about not doing. I understand why transgender people have an issue with the game. I understand why... Like, I understand why people take issue with it. I get it. I do. I also don't think people are transphobes for playing it. There is a middle ground to be had. We don't have to always fucking swing on one side and hate everyone who disagrees, right? Apparently there's this Wired review. I should probably look it up. Yo, Rev, thank you for the super chat. There we go.
She makes more money on trans/Jewish people going to Universal writing the Harry Potter in the game. What's the logic here?
And then you get into the issue of, okay, this is another thing. I mean, there's a video that went around by a YouTuber, like a skit YouTuber. Yeah, you don't always have to pick a side. Where they basically made the point of, like, you know, Elon Musk is also had some pretty firm anti-trans sentiments, right? His own like trans daughter doesn't want anything to do with him, and he's like come out against pronouns and shit like that pretty frequently in the past, right? So there's the whole thing of like, well, if you use Twitter to complain about Harry Potter, you're like supporting one anti-trans billionaire in order to suppress another anti-trans billionaire, and it's like, what the fuck do you do? Mikey Keefe, yeah, that was it. The boycott only made the game more successful. That is true as well. And then you get into the issue. This is the big argument that happened. What people were talking about is that, like, there's no like moral consumption, right, with capitalism or just with anything really. If you bought an iPhone, it was probably made by a kid in a sweatshop, right? If you bought anything, really, it was probably made with the immense suffering of a bunch of people, like, in another third world country, right? And people say, oh, but phones are necessary. True. People say, oh, but Twitter is, you know, it's a method of communication. It's a way for us to get our voices out there. We can't, you know, it's different from a luxury item like a game. True. So, but if you've bought clothes or food or, you know, headphones or anything, like, chances are you put money in the pockets of some rich fucking asshole somewhere, right? Bezos fucking underpays his employees like a bitch. Amazon employees are fucking miserable. Every time you order something off Amazon, you are contributing to that. Congratulations. Right? And it's like, did you really need that same day delivery? Did you really need to order that to get it today? You could have went to the shop and bought it personally. You know, was it necessary? No. But was it fucking easy and convenient? Yeah. And that's just how most people work. As much as people want to, like, people pick one issue, right? They pick one issue that they care a lot about. They pick, you know, veganism, they pick transgender, they pick gay rights, whatever it is. They pick one thing and they're like, this is my thing. I care a fuck ton about this thing, right? And then anytime that comes up, they will call everyone who, you know, buys things supporting it the spawn of Satan and the worst people to ever be born, ignoring that the fact for like 15 other issues that they don't care as much about, they've probably contributed to them, you know? So it's like, unless you're unless you're really like sitting down and very, very carefully scrutinizing everything that you buy, at some point it's easier to just be like, fuck the world shit, I'm just playing a game to take my mind off it, right? And that is what most people do. That is the unfortunate reality of it. I've made this statement before on stream because it comes up a lot. The average person isn't transphobic. The average person isn't hateful. The average person isn't out to kill you and your entire, you know, group of people. The average person just doesn't care. They just don't have it in them to give a shit. They're apathetic, and they will do the most convenient thing for them at the time. They will buy something because it's cheaper. They will buy things that are faster to get. They will buy things that are fun or entertaining, and they just won't really pay too much thought to the moral nuances behind it.
A good example, I drive a Volkswagen, despite the company's history conveniently starting after 1945.
Exactly. Thank you for the nation follow. Exactly. There's like a whole my stream chat is in top chat mode. What, the one on screen? Hang on. Let me try and fix this. I think it should be in live chat. It's the same as it always is. I think it might just be in top chat because we have more people here than normal. Oh, I can't see chat anymore. Oh, there we go. Games industry is also kind of awful in general. And yeah, again, you get into the issue of like, I feel like this keeps happening where like, we have like a rich billionaire who's like a piece of shit, right? Right? They're like an absolute fucking degenerate person. But it always ends up with like the people who are normal, like the normal like common folk end up beating the shit out of each other. And the billionaire ends up getting money. It's like fucking weird. It's something that's always been strange to me. Like the billionaire's the asshole, the billionaire does the dumb shit, the billionaire's the one that profits off it and is an absolute piece of fucking shit. But then it's the fans and the people on Twitter tearing each other to pieces whilst the billionaire makes more money. It's like, it's so unfortunate. I don't think I can change the YouTube chat to be, I think it's in live chat, at least from my point of view. You have to dip? Alright, I'll catch you later, Ducky. You gotta go? Alright, I'll catch you later, Ezzy. I do try to be genuine with people. I like to give my honest opinion and try and cut the bullshit away. Is this the GTA 5? No, this is from Sonic. And this is from Super Mario World. What's this? Let's read through this article. Let's have a little bit of levity in our life, right? We've been fucking sad for like the last hour and a half. See Bao streaming her latest YouTube video here eating chips? I did not. What is going on? Sometimes I look away from chat for like 2 seconds and everyone's like arguing about something, and I'm like, what happened? Anyway. I don't have any Fire Emblem lo-fi, I don't think. If someone wants to recommend any royalty-free one, feel free. It is. I'm just kind of listening to the music. Anyway. Okay. Oh god. This is. Oh god. I'm not. I'll read it. I'll read it myself later. That's like a whole 2 words. I can't read that much. I'm not literate enough. Under when home isn't home anymore. Okay. Here. I thought I'd spent a lot of time in this section nitpicking, going over every grievance I have with how this game deviates from the source material, how dated it looks and feels, and how every character just feels like an animatronic Chuck E. Cheese robot, waiting for you to come by and put a quarter in so it can say 1 line of dialogue and perform a grim, herky-jerky facsimile of a living being. But there are no nits to pick, it's just lice all the way down. The longer I spend in this version of Hogwarts, the more I feel a tangible absence. Definitely something missing. I thought maybe it was a lackluster art direction, one-dimensional characters, even the conspicuous lack of iconic John Williams score. Bigger absence. There's a hole in this game heart should be. Fun. I mean, I'll link this in chat if anyone wants to read it. Any of you want to go read that. I think, did we cover everything about the Hogwarts drama that's important? Can we, like, chill now? Yeah. I think we covered most of it. Are you doing a 50k celebration stream? It might, I don't know, well, it would depend on, I don't know if it will actually line up perfectly given the amount of subs I'm getting a day, but it might actually line up with my model reveal, weirdly enough. My current, I have my model. I don't know if you guys were here at the beginning, but I have my model. Or, oh god, right. This fucking banger. I love this song. Wait, is there someone in chat named Penum? Wait, no, that's me. You're adding me. That is me. I am the streamer. Yeah, my model. I have my model. I'll probably do the debut. I still need to, like, I want to change scenes a little bit. You can, well, not yet. I still have a week of not technically being a VTuber, but I got it today actually. So I still need to like get some scenes set up. I still need to experiment with it, make sure it's all, you know, working and shit. But probably the next Saturday, so this Saturday, the next one. At which point maybe might be my 50k. I don't know. It would depend. It'll be close. I might call it my 50k. Fuck it. But I am very happy with it. It is really cool. I'll do one of those like things tomorrow. I'll do the announcement tomorrow when I post it my schedule. It'll be on YouTube. I did think about doing it on Twitch, but then I realized like most people are probably following me on YouTube instead of Twitch, so like I'll do it there. And yeah, we'll probably have some new scenes. I am gonna have to get rid of this screen, unfortunately. It's just sad. This overlay, I like it a lot because it really fits with my vibes, but it doesn't. It's not made for a VTuber. Like, because obviously I'm in front of chat. You want one where there's like a space for the VTuber and like there's this weird black box above me. It is unfortunate. Check Pokemon's newest tweet. What did they tweet? I'm also very excited. It is a good overlay, but I'm not gonna be able to use it, unfortunately, because with a VTuber, my fucking head's too big with my new model. Is it just the two of them hugging? Cute, adorable. Put chat in the black box, but then what goes in the chat box? Me? The new head is bigger than this one. It's a big fucking head. It is one of the ones from Streamlabs, yeah. But and once I get my model, I'll probably try and do some more like collabs and shit. Because I have been slacking on collabs a little bit. Almost as big as my ego. Not quite. Less hot air. Should we continue with the news? It's enough about me. Yeah, I know. I'll be able to move. Yeah, Panum Chibi. Big fucking head. It's so cute. It's so fucking cute. I wish I could show you guys. I really do, but I need to, like, not. Let's just... What do we want? What do we want, actually? I should probably figure out what the fuck I want the next. Calling yourself cute, cringe. I'm adorable. Fuck you. I'm the cutest fucking thing you'll ever see in your goddamn life. So I actually did want to talk about this. So there was a Nijisanji cafe event cancelled. Again, we're going back to the Nijisanji taking L's again. 121, thank you. Where's my edit? Let me just timestamp this. There we go. So there was a yeah, common Nichi. Yes. Oh yeah, and there was the Lily-san graduation. I do have that in my notes as well, along with. Oh my god, there's so much shit here. We should probably speed this up. We've kind of fucked around for a bit too long. But so I wrote this down because goddamn it's French and I would never get it right. Promesse de fleur. Is that like promise of flower? Is that what that means? Here. Does it actually? Fuck. I'm a genius. I do speak 2 languages. Amazing. Bro, I'm basically French. Oh no, I'm basically French. Ah, fuck. I can't be French and British. Come on. There has to be a limit. So. This fucking music is so loud for me. I don't know. Oh god, I made it louder. There we go. What about Celtic? Yeah, no, cancel me. All the shit I've said this stream doesn't line up. It's not as bad as me being French. That's the one cancelable thing I've said this stream, is that I'm French. So here's the announcement. So this is, to my knowledge, I think, is it a cafe in France? I fucking don't know. Again, I only saw this a little bit. Flowers of Promise. Yeah, so it's, I think it was for the Noctix 1 year, right? So I can't actually tell if it was a cafe. I thought it was a cafe. Maybe I was wrong. But whatever. Let me just read it out for you. We can learn together, chat. I did not see Guru stream yesterday, no. With a heavy heart, the Promise de Fleur core team announces that the fan merchandise fundraiser, donation drive, and the fan cup sleeve event are cancelled. Since August 2022, the core team contacted Anycolor via their website to acquire direct and clear permission to proceed with the fan project. However, they did not receive a response. Oh, it's cafe themed. Okay. The team sent follow-up emails in October 2022 and still did not receive a response, seeing how there were various successful offline and online fan projects across the world, which the team was inspired by, featuring cafes, fan merchandise, and fundraisers/donation drives. Decided to proceed with the fan project while strictly adhering to Anycolor's guidelines for secondary creation. Everybody hates the French, even the French, funnily enough. Nobody hates a nation more than that nation's own people, alright? That goes for everywhere. Nobody hates Australians more than other Australians, alright? Starting in November 22, disclaimers are placed in every tweet and post in order to not cause confusion with the official events and products. The team is not a business and has been emphatic that the fan project is non-profitable. And all extra proceeds after deducting costs for production and rental will be equally donated to Noctix via Streamlabs. Which is... okay, we'll get into that. America is generally in love with itself. No, half of America loves itself too much and the other half hates the half that loves itself. Which roughly equates to, you know, apathy. The team partnered with various local fan artists to create themed artwork and arrange different suppliers for the venue and food. Lastly, the team invited fellow Noctix fans to celebrate through their fundraiser donation drive. All these, the team believes, fall within the definition of fan activities. under subsection blah 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 blah. Yeah, actually, yeah, each half of America hates the other half as much as it loves itself, so it kind of balances out. So, on the afternoon of January 24th, Twitter DM, and then it said, in accordance with Article 6.2 and 7.3 in any colors guidelines for secondary creation, did not grant permission to use copyrighted materials for commercial purposes, such as holding collaboration cafes or producing any merchandise. The team believes that this is a misunderstanding, for they are not in collaboration with the cafe, and it was only to be rented as a venue for the cup sleeve event for a total of 4 hours. This is really just a clusterfuck at this point. To be fair, what country isn't a clusterfuck? Let's be honest. Respected directive ceased all pre-orders. Explained that the fan project is non-profitable, not a collaboration cafe, through Twitter DMs and various follow-up emails. Team decided to cancel the fan project if they did not receive a reply within 3 days. To surprise any colors, team sent another Twitter DM. Holding a collaboration cafe itself is beyond the scope of general fan activities, therefore any color does not promote your project at this time. Seeing that communications had broken down and there was no more room for explaining the set of this understanding, team acknowledged the efforts any color made to reach out to them. Regretfully, we arrive at the present. This is very dramatic. To those who are part of the international group orders, kindly contact your respective GOMs. We reached out to the GOMs the moment we received, I have no idea, group order managers or something like that. Please do not pester them for details, blah, 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 blah. So, basically, this got cancelled because... So typically agencies have like rules against like what you can and can't use their copyrighted merch for. So you can't like sell merch with like, I don't know, Vox's face on it because you didn't make Vox. Although I think there is exceptions for the, like, if you draw your own, like if you make your own merch, like if you draw it yourself, there might be a slight thing, but generally you can't commercially benefit from it is a group order manager. I'm a genius. There's generally, you're not allowed to sell copyrighted works from Nijisanji for commercial gain. So they were doing shit like this, like tote bags with the chibi Noctix members on them, just general merch, and then there was like a cafe event. And so Any Color reached out to them and were like, hey, stop that. And I don't know, I feel like you can't really be mad. Saying that it's not for profit because the excess will be donated to Noctix via Streamlabs is like it's kind of sus. Like, it's basically saying, don't worry, I'll definitely pay you, bro. You just have to trust that I pay you the exact amount that, you know, I profit from and I don't undersell it, or that I pay you at all, or that it's in any way traceable back to me and I don't just claim that someone else super chatting was my donation. Like, it's literally a trust me bro moment. It's like, bro, you can't just basically go against the Any Color rules and then say, oh, but it won't be commercial because the profits will go to you. And it's like I do want to believe that they did actually intend to you know, send it through Streamlabs. I don't want to believe this is like a malicious like scam, but you know, it doesn't look right. You know, it is, from Any Color's perspective, I understand why they shut it down. To be fair, they did reach out to Nijsanji. They say that here. The team contacted them in August 2022. So you could say that Any Color really should have responded to them before cancelling it. It's kind of a dick move to not respond, wait for them to get all the way to the end stage and then cancel it. But at the same time, Any Color's fucking massive, so you can't really expect them to respond or see every fucking DM they get. So, I don't know. It's unfortunate. I feel like if it was me, if I didn't get explicit permission, I wouldn't have proceeded with the planning phase, you know? Gives me vibes of when that one fan project had their members spend all the money in Genshin. It gives me the vibes of that fucking Tumblr con from a while back. The fucking ball pit. Anyone remember the ball pit? Anyone? Any other boomers in chat? DashCon, that was one, not TumblrCon. It was for Tumblr members though, really. Not the ball pit. Ah, someone pissed in the ball pit. Oh, that was funny. That was a good time to be on the internet. Yo, Alex, thank you for the super chat.
What do you think I should get for lunch today?
Tried silence? I hear it's particularly delicious this time of year. Sorry, Alex. Thank you for the super chat. According to the supervisor, no one actually pissed in the ball pit. Yeah, but according to the supervisor, nobody stole all the money they took from everyone. I don't really believe them. That's kind of cool. What else is here? What else? What other news do we have? Because we do have some good news. We've kind of yeah, there's a cat. We do have some good news today. Is that all the drama? Let's see. Is there any other bad news? There's the Lily Sin graduation. The cat is moving. Yeah, it's a cat. It's a model, I imagine. It's kind of cool. I don't really want to. Oh god, are you? Okay, no, it's fine. Scrolling down through my Twitter feed is a terrible idea, considering, bro, the amount of times I've opened my Twitter feed and just like someone has retweeted straight porn. It's like, come on, man. Stop trying to get me cancelled, man. I didn't sign up for this shit. At least I know how to entertain chat if I ever run out of things to say. I just put a cat on screen. Yo, Alex, thank you for the super chat. You've had that all weekend?
I've had that all weekend. Being sick sucks.
Oof, everyone's sick again. Not as bad as earlier, but Silverville's mom got doxed and death threats? Nah. That's gotta be cap. I will fucking fight. I will fight them. I will fucking square up right now. I will actually commit war crimes. You don't... Was it... I assume you meant Silverville, right? Nah. 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 We're going to war. Fuck that. You don't go after Mama Vale. That's a fucking... That is a criminal offense. This is the angriest I've been off stream. Let's go, lads. Square up. Get your fucking weapons at the ready. We're going on a crusade. And not one of those dog shit crusades they used to have. A proper one. Violence isn't the answer most of the time, but it is in this case. I didn't hear about that. I'd have to see some receipts. If you put some receipts in the Discord, I will. I'll get to it. But for now, let's talk about the. Yeah, exactly. I get everyone in the chat just like, if there's one thing people agree on, it's you don't go after Mama Vale, man. Wake the fuck up, Samurai.
I want to see some receipts for that now.
People on Twitter are talking about it. Okay, that's not a source citation, bro. If you submitted a scientific paper with people on Twitter as your like co-author, you would get probably just shot in the face. I mean, I can Google it. I don't think I feel like I would have seen it if it happened. I'm typically on tap with shit like that. I typically see shit like that when it happens. I'll have to see some receipts. If you put it in the VTuber news part of the Discord, I will get to it. Twitter made it the fuck up. Oh yeah, timestamp, sorry. What is it? 1:34:40. So we'll be talking about Idol had a graduation, unfortunately. Let me just get my notes really quick. Lily Sin, which again I'm not super familiar one. Zion's literally, yeah, Zaion is in the, there's a timestamp in the description if you want to go back and and watch the Zaion discussion. Can't say I'd recommend it. It was kind of a clusterfuck. I really should script out my answers. I feel like I just end up talking out my ass when I talk about shit like this. I have a lot of thoughts, but I'm not very good at conveying them. She announced it on stream 2 days ago. I mean, I did hear it was in my notes. I saw people talking about it, but again, it's hard to keep up with every VTuber, man. It's so fucking hard. It does. Didn't Idol put out a tweet about it though. That's how I saw it. They put out a tweet saying that it was to pursue like her personal, like it seemed like a very very good parting. A very like yeah here it is. I saw the tweet from Idol. That's how I saw it. We regret to inform you that Lily Sim from Idol Origin Generation will hold her graduation stream on February 24th. That's 2 weeks from now, chat. Roughly, it's like 11 days. Following that, her streaming activities and social media activities will immediately cease. She chose not to renew her contract. Understand that life can sometimes bring about changes and shifts in priorities. That's why we support Lily's choice. As we bid farewell to Lily, we'd like to extend our heartfelt thanks for the memory she's created and for the impact she's had on our community. We will miss her dearly, but we are confident she will continue to shine in whatever endeavour she embarks on next. Our plans to redebut Idol Origin talents have not changed and will continue as planned. We're committed to the success of all our talents and plan on announcing our next steps in the support of Idol Origin by the end of this month. So it seems like you know, it seems more like just a general sort of like she maybe doesn't want to continue VTubing anymore, or maybe she just wants to be an indie. Like, you know, sometimes that happens. But it seems to be they're parting on good terms. Idol in general seems to handle shit pretty well. From what everything I've seen, everything I've seen from Idol suggests that the management tends to like actually help out their talents a lot. They tend to be pretty good for them. The contracts seem to be, from what I haven't heard anything about contracts being shitty. Idol seems to be like a pretty good company from what everything I've seen so far. You know, so it's sad, but like it's only sad in the sense of streamers stop streaming, you know. But you see that happen sometimes. Who was it? Who was it? Oh god. Oh no, I can't believe I forgot. Oh no. Oh, I forgot. Someone graduated like a few months back to just kind of move on with her life. Like she was going down another career path, and she was like, "Yep." See, it wasn't Lumi. Who was it? It was who the fuck was it? Oh god, that's really bad. I should remember that. Idols recruiting management positions recently, according to you. Me, I'm gonna be a manager. I'd be a great manager. I'd be a terrible manager. I'd be a fucking awful manager. I'd just be like, yeah, bro, do whatever you want. Fuck it. Who cares? Do it for the vine. What else is there? Oh, Unnamed had a thing. Yo, Falter, thank you for the super chat.
That if either one graduates, the other one gets to peg them. Granted, one of them didn't know what pegging was, but still.
Fuck. I mean, that just make me want to graduate more. Then that just make it a harder decision. Because like on one hand, I want to graduate, but on the other hand, I want to keep streaming. How do you make such a hard decision? God. It's a dilemma for the ages. Greek philosophers are still debating over how to answer that one. It's like the trolley dilemma. 139. We'll talk about Unnamed. So. I just realized typing in Unnamed Song doesn't really give much away for the timestamp. But if you don't know who Unnamed is, it's kind of hard to talk about Unnamed without talking about previous Unnamed, who I assume most of you know in chat. Is this a conversation? Look, just because there's nothing wrong with wanting to be pegged, alright? Don't fucking judge me, Rose. Don't you come into my chat and judge my decisions. I think most people call Unnamed Usan. So Unnamed released a song. Go listen to it. I can't play it because YouTube will kick me in the ass, and not in a fun way. But the cool thing that I saw actually was he collabed, or they collabed with Shoto. So if you know Shoto, he's the yeah. He's this guy. I assume you guys know Shoto, I imagine. Yeah, like, Shoto doesn't work very well with the fucking Scottish accent. Shoto, sorry. Or Shixto, if you're being technically accurate. What a fucking combo of trending topics. Where's this tweet? Shoto, please don't tweet any saucy stuff. I'm trying to not get banned today. My the short where I talked about Neuro-sama got demonetized because I talked about Neuro-sama and the big problem that happened. I can say purple burglar alarm because my accent has been kind of... Where is this fucking tweet? My accent has kind of been homogenized by... You can only live in Australia for so long and have the Macca's employees not understand when you order a fucking Happy Meal before you kind of change your accent a little bit to be more understandable. Where's this fucking tweet? He made a tweet announcing his stream with... I can't find it. I found it earlier and I can't find it anymore. This is so sad. But yeah, so the what employees? The Macca's employees. Oh yeah, you call it McDonald's. McDonald's. In Australia, we call McDonald's Macca's. Well, I guess I could just go to... I could just go to the fucking... I could just go to the... Pull up a clip of it. There you go. Here's a clip.
Yusan, have you ever seen...
Is it Yusan? I see some people say Usan.
Hold on, take a look at this. Yeah,
you call it
toes.
McDicks here? That's
Ever
kind of cool.
this?
Toes? Oh, wow. What an honor to be stepped by you. Wow.
This is a Mickey D's household? Nah, it's a Macca's. Macca's.
No, I'm not trying to step on you. No.
To be stepped by you. For
No.
We can see Shoto collabs are still as usual, as we expect. Oh, bright. Yes, feet. Okay, calm down, chat. I know you have a thing for feet, but just chill. Chill for a second. So, oh yeah, there's some Nendroids. vshojo's getting... Is it Nendroids for vshojo, or is it... There's something... Kason and Nazna, I think, are getting them as well. If I remember correctly. I did see Numi's video go up. I saw the notification pop up on my phone, but it was literally as I started stream, so I couldn't watch it. I'm so sad. So, what other cool shit? I do like the fact we just have, like, Minecraft vibes. Yo, Falter, thank you for the super chat.
Don't worry too much about pronunciation. The name is a placeholder.
I do wonder
anyway.
what they're going to change it. I wonder if they're just going to say unnamed. That can't be good for like search engine optimization, man. I don't really collect anything. I'm kind of boring. I used to collect like magic cards, but I don't really collect like Nendroids or anything. Which is weird. You'd think I would, right? I kind of give off the vibe of like a nerd that collects Gundam or some shit, but I don't. Yeah, most people call him Yusan. What else was there? Oh, there was the Calli outfit. Did you guys see this? Did you guys see the Yo, Sloth, thank you for the super chat.
I learned someone from unis with a hololive manager.
Really? That's kind of cool. The world is smaller. The the Calli outfit. You guys see this shit? This shit went hard. This shit went hard. Hang on, wait. 144.45. PP expand. Yeah, look. God damn.
After I play some Harvest Moon.
The fucking twin tails with the like the
With
blouse.
that being said, I am your Mori. I hope you'll remember me. Look forward to a super chat rating stream whilst I am on my business trip, because that's when I do The super chat reading stream's best, I think. 皆さん来てくれてありがとうございます。すごい楽しかったね。私の
The bedhead is cool as well. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? There's more. There's the important part. And she had, yeah, this thing.
Ooh, twin tails again. Twin tails again. I'm having so much fun switching.
This fucking kind of a mood. She kind of got the drip.
Anyway.
This outfit is fucking
I just have to avoid
goated
turning that one way.
with the sauce. I do kind of hope that like the EN girls get more outfits, because I'm trying to think like, when's the last time we saw like, I mean, I was going to say when's the last time we saw a Gura outfit, but when's the last time we saw a Gura stream? But like, when's the last time we saw like an Ami outfit,
Anyway,
you know?
that's how I feel about that.
Or like an Ina outfit. I'm kind of hoping we get some more outfits for the idea was, yeah, there was a whole thing of like someone pointing out you can see an outline through the fucking cloth.
But full body.
I ain't gonna focus on that.
Let me just back up a little bit.
I'm not trying to get bonked on stream again.
Hi.
I love the fucking disposition between Mori's like whole thing being like death, destruction, wearing all black, goth GF, and then her room looks like fucking a unicorn has thrown up all over it. Yeah, their New Year's outfit, probably. I've been bonked a few times on stream by Susan. But yeah. So that was fun. New outfits. And then that also leads into the hololive. I don't know if you guys saw this. The fucking Gura and Calli begging for hololive for merch of just the actual nightgown or bound, you know. But see, the thing is, then that primarily sell with girls, and we know girls don't exist, so you know, sad, not profitable. But did you see? So you were pleased to announce that Mori, Calliope, and Gargura have been appointed as Tokyo tourism ambassadors with Sakura Miko, which is wild. It's also kind of funny because two of them aren't Japanese, but you wish I didn't exist. Rose, you're a figment of my own imagination, I'm pretty sure. Girls aren't real. Girls are a lie made up by the government. Yeah, okay, like, I know saying that when's the last time we saw Gura, everyone's going to be like, yesterday, but come on. I didn't see it. I'm sure it's out of plenty of guys. Do guys wear nightgowns? Thank you, Heretic, for the super chat, by the way.
When was the last time we saw Gura? Yesterday?
Yeah, look, I know, I didn't see it. I know, I'm slacking on my duties. Sorry. Just because you've never seen something doesn't mean it's not real. Okay, ow, that hurt. Look, it's not my fault I get no bitches, alright? It's the world's fault. And it's mostly my fault. I'll admit it. Anyway. So yeah, I don't know what being a Tokyo tourism ambassador means. I don't know if they just stand outside of Tokyo and be like, hey, come in, folks, or like what? I don't know how. I don't know what. I don't know how that works, I'm gonna be honest. The CEO of tourism. But kind of cool. And then that's also kind of ties into everyone in Holomyth is in Japan right now. I'm pretty sure. I said that on my short, so if it's not true, I'm kind of looking like a fucking dumbass. But I'm pretty sure everyone in Holomyth is in Japan right now, right? Correct? Which I should probably scroll off that before I get fucking demonetized again. I think they're all at Ina's place, I'm pretty sure. Which does kind of raise questions of like, what are they doing? Because they're probably okay. That'd probably be it, wouldn't it? Thanks for answering my question, Twitter. Is this gonna hang on? And I might have to hide this really quick to watch it, just in case there's any fucking. Yeah, that's music. That's music. Hang on, I'm just muting the desktop audio real quick. I'll give you a rendition. It's in LA. Hang on, I can probably show it. Just not listen to it. It's in Los. Wait, no, it's definitely not it. If it's in, it'd be kind of weird if it was what they were doing in Japan. If it's in Los Angeles, but it does look cool. Kind of looks like it's I don't know. We might have an off collab. Holofest is coming up as well. That's true. Yeah, I think I did see some tweets of them like running into each other in like the elevator and shit. But yeah, we'll probably get an off collab as well, which those were always fun. The few times Myth has had an off collab, they've always been. I think, have they done it once before or twice? I think it might have been twice. But and then so yeah, a lot of cool shit happening with Myth. What's next? Off Kai Expo had Obsidia, but there's not really much to say about that. It just happened. Again, I think we're kind of reaching the part of the stream where like we just kind of rattle through some cool shit. Iris 3D. Council on Iris 3D, that's true. It's a bunch of cool shit going on with Hololive EN actually. I can feel safe scrolling through Calli's retweets. She doesn't tend... I don't think she retweets. That's kind of sussy, but not in too much. Bro, fucking Calli fan art is wild. It's so fucking good. All Myth fan art actually is really good. What else? What's like... Is there anything big? Oh, okay. So let's see. There's the Kobo impersonators, but False kind of covered that. I don't know. There's nothing I can really tell you about that False didn't cover because I only learned about it through him. But apparently there's people on TikTok imitating Kobo and then like streaming pretending to be Kobo, and then they all had a collab where like 4 people with Kobo's voice talked to each other. And that does kind of sound like my version of like hell. Like one Kobo I can handle, multiple Kobo, rough. Yeah, like it's cursed. I mean, maybe find a clip for you guys. I only saw it through False's vid. And yeah, no, there's no real clip for it apart from False's vid. But yeah, I feel like that's definitely what my nightmares are made of. Like, I love Kobo, but I feel like if I had 4 of her in my ear at all times, I'd probably commit a war crime. Okay, what else? There was a Twitter... Did you guys see the Twitter tweet limit thing that happened? Yeah, throw a rat... Nah, there has to be 1 Ragus and then like 20 Kobo, just to make him suffer. But there was the... Twitter fucked up and made a tweet limit, so you could only tweet, like, nobody could tweet, nobody in the VTuber community could tweet, and it was very funny. Everyone was very angry about it. It was honestly probably the best time to be on Twitter, when nobody can tweet. Twitter is best when no one's tweeting, honestly. It was kind of funny. I didn't actually know there was a limit on how much you could tweet. Apparently you can only send like a couple hundred tweets a day on Twitter. I don't know who the fuck is like heading that limit. Who the fuck tweets multiple hundreds of times a day? Like I tweet maybe once or twice, and even that's probably a bit too much. Like, bro, I'm imagining it's to combat bots and shit. But like, yeah, like advertisers or spammers or something. But like, still, it's kind of wild. So there's the Nintendo Direct, which I can't... That's not really VTuber news, and also I didn't watch it because I'm not super... Like, I'm not a big Nintendo guy. Includes retweets. Oh, that's also true, yeah. The last thing I actually want to cover, this is actually kind of a funny thing to cover last. A nice little funny thing to look at before we wrap up, because I think this is the last thing, is Neuro-sama collabing with real VTubers, which was funny. I don't think it... Did that make it into the short? I think I had to cut that out of the short. I don't think I actually managed to keep that in the short. It's kind of bad that I don't know what's in my own short, but I have to actually cut a fair bit out of my shorts a lot of the time. But Yeah, so she collabed with Miyuni, and then she also collabed with Camilla as well. So now let me bring this up. Neuro has no right being as funny as this. Neuro is funnier than I am. Neuro is funnier than like 90% of streamers, I swear to God. It's not fair. It's not fucking fair.
I have created over 1,000
Yo, Heretic, thank you for the...
BTW, I
super
put a
chat.
Calli clip in the Discord. Riley explains why Calli is an ambassador for Japan.
We shall
lol.
look at it afterwards, and I also... Because I want to... what's this? I want to look at some of the stuff people were talking about earlier with like Mama
I'm
Veil and
only
stuff.
an artificial intelligence after all. I don't think I'm capable of love or hate. Although I do have some strong feelings about chat.
Yeah, that's fair. That's valid.
Especially Beetle.
That's,
He's a bit of a perv if you ask me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it maliciously.
Clapping back at the person who
you
literally
mean by
creates
that?
you is wild.
Filtered.
See, like, people say that Vidal never makes her say anything, but like, what are the chances that she picked Vidal out of all names to fucking say there? Is it just because like Vidal gets brought up a lot, so she has like better reference to her? But yeah, no, Neurosama is like
10 tin
stupidly
cans,
funny.
one stream. Maximum of 8 bullets a magazine. 10.
This was fucking
then
wild.
reload quickly. 2. Maximum 3 magazines. 30. Which means that I can shoot 30 bullets every 20 seconds, which means I can shoot a total of
90.
900 bullets in 5 minutes, which means if I continue to shoot for 3 hours, that I would have enough bullets to kill 4.
Wait, is that right? 30 bullets every 20 seconds would give you 90 bullets every minute, which would give you 450 bullets in 5 minutes, right? Am I wrong? Am I tripping? Didn't you get that wrong? Isn't that wrong? Am I... 8 bullets a magazine, 30 bullets every 20 seconds, which means it's 90 bullets. It's 90 bullets a minute, which is 900 bullets in 10 minutes, which is 450 bullets in 5 minutes. Right? Isn't she wrong? Am I tripping? There's no shot. How does an AI get fucking math wrong? Well, we did say she was artificial. Maybe the intelligence is
450
is up to your more imagination.
What the fuck?
Oh, so what was that last thing? Hang on, can we go back? 900 bullets in 5... Wait,
450 people.
wait. 900 bullets in 5 minutes. Which means if I continue to shoot for 3 hours, I'd have enough bullets to kill 450 people. Wait, hang on. So let's just ignore the fact that she got math wrong. She got 30 bullets every 20 seconds is 90 bullets in a minute. 450 bullets in 5 minutes. 900 bullets in 10 minutes, which is 900 times 6, which is 540. Which is 540 bullets an hour. For 3 hours, that's 1620. 1620 bullets. You could probably kill quite a few people. I don't know. Depends if I did my math wrong. I could have done my math wrong. That is 100% true. Did I do my math wrong? Someone want to fucking check me in that? But yeah, no, you could definitely kill more than 450 people with that many bullets. That's, yeah. Was I missing a 0? Probably. I haven't done mental math in a while. What a way to end stream, though. Just talking about how many bullets you could kill people with. That's definitely going to get me bonked. 900 bullets in 10 minutes times 6 is 540 bullets in an hour. No, it's 1620, right? Am I wrong? Fuck, I'm getting the calculator. Fuck this, I'm not being wrong at math on my own stream. Math is the only thing I'm good at. It's the only thing I'm good at. Is it 5,400? $900. Oh yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Yeah. Fuck. Well, I guess I got math wrong in my stream. I guess I need to hand in my degree. Dang, that sucks, man. Well, it's a good thing I can still talk about anime people on the internet. I never needed my math skills anyway. What have they fucking done for me? What have they done for me in my life? Not much. I'm normally good at math as well. Fuck. No, I'm normally good at math. I'm actually quite good at math. I just... fuck. I just missed, I missed an entire fucking decimal place. It's fine. What were people putting in the Discord? Again, let me... Oh, this is Pigstep, right? I fucking love Pigstep. Fucking love Pigstep. Such a good song. Let me see. VTuber news. Did anyone post screenshots? No, they didn't. At least not that I can see. Clips and vids. What did you post? Anything in there? Wait, hang on.
Japan is a wondrous place to vacation, and I recommend it to everyone that's got the time and the money, which are two things you do need to have to visit Japan.
This is why
I do
she's
recommend
ambassador
it.
of Japan.
Like a nice, at least once in a lifetime trip to do, yeah? I will say, Japan's pretty cheap right now, but the yen's getting stronger, guys. It's interesting because the more people that vacation here in Japan, the stronger the yen gets. The stronger the yen gets, the less people will want to vacation, but at the same time, it won't stop anyone. I'm just saying, you gotta strike while the iron is...
Man, nothing better than a VTuber economics stream, says the man that just spent like 5 minutes calculating bullets. Let's. It gets better.
Please
I'll let that play whilst I
our
look for
money
someone
stronger,
to raid.
Please, I beg of you.
Please
make the money stronger.
Math, yay.
Please.
I can't believe I got math. Okay, in my defense, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, alright? This is not peak time to do math. I'm going to keep coping about it. Math is like my only skill. I can't believe I got that wrong. I'm so mad at myself. I'm actually traumatized. I'm actually pissed at myself. God damn it,
It's
Penumbra.
rotting in the bank.
You have one redeeming feature, and it's your ability to do math, and you fucked it up. Oh, I've already been balked. I've already been bonked. I've been demonetized. Who can I raid?
No, that feeling. Nah, I'm good. No! Get over here! I demand it! You can't make me, oh yeah?
There's Rin.
Oh yeah? That's what you think?
We have raided Rin before, though.
You're right, I can't. I can't make you come.
That's what she said.
It's fine, though. It's fine.
That is what she said.
I'm
Good
good.
job.
I like cheap Japanese goods.
Ben Benrose is live. That is true. Just keep looking at the cat, chat. I know you like the cat. I know you enjoy the cat. We can't always have to read Idol. Surely other people are live. Surely other people are live. Gavis Battle is live from Hall Stars, but I doubt I can raid into him. Is False live? I don't think False is live. He'd have popped up on my recommended. And let's see who else is live. Polmu's live. Doppio's live. Irie from Phase Connect is live, but I think she has raiding and disabled. Rosa? I don't think I'm familiar with Rosa. I like to read people I'm familiar with, just so I don't end up raiding into someone and they're like, who are you? That happened with fucking, that happened with Yuko, and we said, except it didn't, because I knew she didn't know who I was, but I cried about it. I did.
I have created.
Yo, Falter, thank you for this super chat.
My guy, your options are idle and a handful of things. It is what it is.
No one else has raiding enabled. I guess we're raiding Ren again. Fucking hell. Alright. Oh yeah, Ren had her subathon, or donathon. What is it called? What is it called? Is it a donathon on YouTube? Whatever it was. Let's raid Ren again, I guess. Fuck me. I literally, like, there's no one else to raid. I don't like raiding the same person multiple times, just because it's a bit strange, but I mean, hang on, let's see, is there no one else? No one's, the problem is YouTube's like automated recommended thing. And Katarina's doing ASMR, which I don't know if raiding into ASMR is typically because normally they're having like an experience thing and you don't want to like fucking interrupt it, you know? Oh, did the tearless guy? Yeah, that is what I'm known for. What is she doing?
to start the procedure? Yes.
She's playing Portal.
Are you ready to start the procedure?
Wait, I think she's at the... She's killing GLaDOS.
Actually, I think you'll find.
Fuck it, let's go. Fuck it, who cares? Who fucking gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Ending stream. Is there anything else? Is there any, oh wait, I didn't transition. Hang on. Reader.
Bye.
Boom. Transition.
Bye.
She's playing Portal 2. She's having fun. Pog, yeah, look, amazing. I'm a professional streamer. Enjoy Rin's stream, have fun. Don't be mean, or be a little mean. Anything else? Yeah, I'll be announcing probably my debut, my model debut tomorrow. It'll probably be Saturday. So if they're ever going to come to a stream of mine, that one should be fun. Except I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing, so probably not. Have a good one. Catch you guys later.